Hello, I'm John Bennett. I'm running for the state GOP party chairman. I'm running for chairman because I just feel a need, a calling to serve for such a time as this. You know, in the late 1700s, Dr. Benjamin Franklin was walking out of Independence Hall after the Constitutional Convention. When he walked outside, a citizen ran up to him. She says, "Dr. Franklin, what have you done for us?" And he looked at her and told her, "We've given you a republic if you can keep it." I can't help but think we're in a similar situation today. We have a republic if we can keep it. Business as usual is done. We have to take the gloves off, and we've got to stand and fight for our republic, because if we don't stand and fight for our republic today, we won't have any freedoms to fight for tomorrow. I grew up on an old dirt farm in Vian, Oklahoma. We were poor, but so was everybody else around us, so we didn't know any better. We used to joke around that we were so poor that we couldn't even pay attention. I've always felt I've had a calling to serve. After high school, I couldn't afford to go to college, so I joined the Marine Corps. I served in combat in Iraq and Afghanistan. I served about 14 years on active duty and about 7 years in the reserves. And when I got off of active duty, I still felt I had a calling to serve. I came back here to Oklahoma. I served with the Sheriff's Department, the Drug Task Force, and then eventually the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. I just felt the Lord was calling me, moving me to some other level of service, so I decided to run for state representative for District 2. I ran for state representative. I had no clue what I was doing, but I was just doing what I felt I was called to do. I was the first Republican to ever win this seat in state history. I beat an 8-year incumbent that had plenty of money and he was wildly popular, but we got out, we worked hard, we stood on Republican principles, and we won. So I served in the legislature for 8 years, and I decided to term limit myself out. I just felt like I was called to do something else. I'm the pastor of Lee Creek Assembly of God, just north of Muldrow, and I couldn't be happier in what I'm doing today. You know, I was preaching to my congregation one Sunday, and I was telling them they got to stand for righteousness. We got to stand up and fight for this republic, a republic which, by the way, was built upon the laws of nature and nature's God. And I was telling them, you got to get involved, and we got to fight. We've got to keep God in the center of everything we do, and we've got to get out, vote for the right people, stand for righteousness, and do what we need to do to save this republic, because it was ordained by God. And I'm asking you to stand with me as your next state party chairman, to stand and fight for righteousness, stand and fight for our Republican values. So if you stand with me, we can stand on the wall, lock arms, and we can put feet to our faith, and we can put freedom back on the offensive where it belongs. So I encourage you to reach out to me, go out and check out my Facebook page, and I would humbly ask for your support on April the 10th at the state convention. God bless you and the great state of Oklahoma.